Our intro music is provided by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com.
Hey, this is Gary from Night Dreams Talk Radio. I want to welcome a new sponsor to our show, PhoenixShaving.com. I know what you're thinking, right? Oh, another disposable razor company. Well, the fact is they're not. You remember the razors that your father and his father shaved with? Did you ever notice they didn't have, well, the embarrassing razor burn or ingrown hairs or the razor bumps after they shaved? Did you notice they were also relaxed after they were done shaving? Well, the problem is these big corporations want to sell you razor after razor after razor. Think about how much money you spend a year on razors. Or do you use electric razor? Then you're going to find out what razor burn is. So you need to check out Phoenix Shaving Starter Kits. They come complete with the soap, the brush, and a 2.5-month supply of blades. And the most important part of it, an all-metal razor built to last generations. So, hey, you can donate it to one of your sons when they turn 18. Check out PhoenixShaving.com and tell them that Gary from Night Dream said, hey, I want one. That's PhoenixShaving.com now.
Check out Night Dream's website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com.
You're listening to Night Dreams Radio with Gary Anderson.
Hey, that is me. Here it is, Tuesday. Boy, the older you get, it seems like time just starts flying by. Hey, tonight we have an empath, a medium, a healer. Alan is on the show. Alan, are you there? Well, let's hope he's here. Alan, let's see there. Are you there, Alan?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I just added another computer to my bank of computers today, and I forgot to push a button. I am getting so old.
Don't make me laugh. I'm pushing 70. I just turned 79 or 69 this last April.
Well,
so,
hey, we all get there.
I know what it is.
I'm 66, and I'm right behind you. You when you are getting old, like I was just reading the news here, because, I've been busy all day in the studio, booking guests and working on equipment. Then I read the news tonight. Clint Walker, you remember Cheyenne, the TV Western? Yeah, he passed away today at 90.
Really? I'll be darned. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm still hooked on watching. I hate to say it. I'm up almost all night, booking guests in. And then, I take a 4-hour nap, and I get up in the morning, and the first TV show I watch, I hate to say it, early in the morning is Westerns. And guess what? It's Wanted Dead or Alive, and then it's followed by Cheyenne, and then, Paladin. So, that is my whole life.
Yeah, I know it. My wife will tell me when I go out in the kitchen to get her something, bring it back in. I'll forget it.
Hey,
I have to make 2 trips.
Well, you're starting to get old when you can't find your car keys, and then your wife comes back 3 hours later, and she goes, "Hey, I found them in the freezer."
Yeah, I found my keys in the door of our front door when I came through. I just left them in the lock.
Well, that make it easy for unwanted guests.
Yeah, early.
So, Alan? Why don't you? I take it you're working on your 5th novel right now.
Yes, I am.
Well, why don't you tell everybody what you do? Evidently, if you're on your 5th manual or novel, that means you have 4 other ones. Why don't we talk a little bit about them?
Okay, well. My wife told me that after I retired that I told her about my experiences as paranormal experiences from at a young age, and she said that I should write a book. Well, that book turned into 4 books so far, and I'm on my 5th right now.
Oh, wow.
My first book was Through the Veil and Back. My second one was At the Edge of Infinity. And my third book was, is Roads Less Traveled. And my fourth book, my newest book, which just came out in this last March, is My Destination for the Truth.
Well,
and my book that I'm writing right now, number 5 book, is The Waves of Time. So it should be out probably in a couple of months here.
oh, wow. Well, the one, number 4, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about it?
Okay, well, as the title says, it's my destination for the truth. I think anybody that's in the paranormal that dedicates pretty much their life to it is interested in one thing, and that is the truth. UFO people, like, they want the truth about UFOs and stuff. The Bigfoot people the same way. And my destinations for the truth is more along the lines of life after death and so on and so forth. I've had 2 astral projections. One back in 1983. My grandfather died in 1982, and at that time I had a hard time about him passing because he was more like a father figure than my own father was. Him and I used to do a lot of things together. He took me places, and he gave me his knowledge pretty much. He's the one that showed me how to shave. But anyway, when he passed, there was a big hole in my life at that time, and I kind of worried as to where he was after he died. Well, about a few months later, in 1983, I had this astral projection. And the reason why I call it an astral projection is because it was not a dream. It was not an out-of-body experience. And it was not a near-death experience. Although the near-death experience would probably describe it more closely than anything else. But when I heard about astral projection, that was dead on as to what it was as far as I was concerned. I saw my own death. I went on this journey almost like a near-death experience where I went into the light, and at the other side of this light is this being. You can call him Jesus or God or whatever you want to. He presented himself to me as a God. He was very powerful because this light was coming from him, and this light was love, mercy, charity, all the good emotions, except they were not emotions. They were tangible. They went right straight through my body like a laser beam, and they touched every single organ in my body. It just went completely through me. I did not want to leave this light. There was nothing but good in it. And after I went through this light, I passed out before I was able to get to this being. But I went into, like I said, I was blacked out. And I woke up in this meadow or a field, if it was. And when I woke up, I was in tall grass, and I could hear water running a ways off. Sounded like a creek or a stream or something like that. I also heard birds chirping in the trees. There was like a wooded area on the edge of this meadow, and there was animals in these woods. And anyway, when I stood up, I was encircled by these people. I was in the middle of this circle, and I realized that these people that was in the circle were my friends and relatives who had died and passed on before me. But the person I was paying attention to was my grandfather. He was standing directly in front of me, and of course, he expressed his love to me. He did it telepathically. He did not move his mouth, his lips, but it went straight into my mind. And I was able to speak to him the same way. I felt like I could talk if I wanted to, but I didn't have to in this realm. But the last thing I remember was I was walking almost arm in arm with my grandfather on this path that went along the edge of this wooded area. And, you know, when I woke up in the morning, I could not remember much as to what he was telling me, or if he told me anything. But I got a feeling that he was telling me that I had to change some things in my life, and I had to do better in my life. And so I kind of lived with that for a while. If you read my books, and if you heard any of the other radio programs I've been on, I've said that my abilities have become stronger as I got older. And it's the same way with this astral projection I was on. When I first came back, I could not remember much other than what I just told you. But as the years passed by, I got little glimmers of knowledge and, if you want to call it education. But these things told me things about basically what I was told when I was there. These people